Far out, man. We've made a few videos up in this sort of area of the house, but nothing as serious as this. Some people may believe that it's the media hyping it up, but I truly think that this is something serious. Right now, we have coronavirus going on. I wish you all the best of health. Be safe, look after yourselves, listen to the government, follow all of the precautions that are in place. You guys know that by now. I didn't play my game on the weekend because I was feeling a little bit sick. As much as I don't think it's the coronavirus, you never know. I don't have a temperature, I don't have, a couple of the other symptoms, but I wasn't feeling too well and I did not want to run the risk that I take the coronavirus to the game and pass on to somebody else who could then pass on to somebody else and they pass away. I think some people are brushing the situation off a little bit and saying, oh, I'm young, I'll be fine, I'm not gonna die from it, but it's more than that. And if you have that approach, I highly, highly suggest you try to change your thinking on that, because for me, man, look, I'm healthy. The chances of me dying from coronavirus are quite low, touch wood. But for me, it's more, okay, if I get it, what can I do with it? I can pass it on to Papa Tweety and, who knows what might happen. I could pass it on to someone in my team who passes it on to one of their grandparents. And it's about thinking about the people that are around you, in your community, in your country. It's a lot more than just, oh, it's just the flu, it's whatever. The media is hyping it up so much more than it should be. Papa Tweety just came up, just stumbled across me up here, mate. We were talking about the game the other day. It was kind of your advice.
The game that didn't happen. Well, yeah, we both got up on Sunday morning, Sunday, and we both felt a bit sick.
Saturday night we were.
We were. I thought we were both about to die from coronavirus, but actually we didn't die, we're still here. And you know what? I don't think we're very sick now. In fact, I think we're fine.
It looks like it's passed, but...
But in these days you've got to be cautious. I advised caution and I said, you can't take the risk of spreading it to other people. It's not about, like when you're a kid, we used to worry about you playing when you had a bad cold and you might get worse, but this wasn't about that.
No,
I didn't think there was any risk to you in playing, but you can't take the risk with teammates. That's the thing. If you're sick, stay home. Exactly. That's basically it, isn't it?
So that's the information on that. Now, if we focus on myself and my football journey, because this is what this channel is about, overcoming hurdles, overcoming all these different things. I never thought something like this would come across my life. But you have to prepare for the unexpected. So I saw a post the other day on Instagram which says, football authorities in England and Europe are braced for a total shutdown of the game until at least September, according to The Independent. How I kind of see that, and again, my opinion is as good as yours, who is as good as a 8-year-olds. Nobody has a clue what's gonna happen even tomorrow. Look, how I kind of take that, and my guess, very vague guess, is what could happen is in England and Europe, they shut down the game until September if it continues to get worse. Look, in 2 weeks, it might pass over. I doubt it. But if they were to shut down the game until September, like there is speculation, then how I see it is they finish the season in September, which means they finish the league in September, and then they, like for example, the English league, they start in August. So then they bring back the league and start it again in August, meaning they have a huge off season, but that's the only way. I can't see them doing something from December to, December, January to April. That's like, no, that wouldn't work. So they would just restart the season and have and then they have the Euros as well. So like, I feel like they would put the Euros in sort of that period of that off season and then start the season again next June. So my plan to go over this June in 2020, I don't see that happening, man. But at the same time, I'm gonna plan like it might. So I'm gonna continue my training and we'll see, we'll take it day by day. If things change and we have to reassess, reevaluate, and decide what we're gonna do. I wouldn't be surprised either if I saw a shutdown of my league in sort of the next week or two. When you have the top leagues in Europe shutting down their leagues, I can't see why they wouldn't shut down the local leagues in Australia. As much as I want it to stay open, I really do. I just am trying to see this situation as clear as I can. But again, my guess is as good as a 3-year-old. I don't know. Nobody knows, man. So health for me is number one, and every other athlete on there, I've seen athletes speak on TV, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. They always say health is number one. It's above football, and I completely agree, man. We need to look after ourselves, our community, our country, everybody. So look, what's my plan during coronavirus? Well, I don't know. And I won't know, but I'm just going to continue training. If Australia just put laws in, which means that once you come to Australia, you have to be quarantined for 14 days before you can do anything. So there's that. I wouldn't be, maybe we might lock down and everyone goes into quarantine like Italy. We might do that, in which case then I have to do a lot of individual training. I won't be able to go to the gym. And you just have to kind of take the situation as it comes. There's no point sitting there saying, oh, this sucks, stuff this, whatever. It's the situation we have. Just be grateful that, especially if you're in a position where you are healthy, be grateful. Empathize with those that are sick and kind of do what you can. As it's going, it's becoming a day-by-day case. We see things change with sort of different leagues, things open, things close, things go into quarantine. It's a day-by-day thing. It's crazy, man. I came back like this. I said this in my video when I left from England to come back to Australia. I said, oh, if I stayed, then maybe I got on a plane and died. But, you know, this is a situation that happened where I left, and maybe if I stayed, I contracted the coronavirus on my plane back, got Papa Tweety sick, and who knows what might happen. There's so many situations, so I'm grateful that I came back when I did. Obviously, I had no idea any of this was to come. I know Redditch's league got cancelled, so man, I would just be sitting there. There'd be no team trainings, there'd be no games, and it's all in limbo at the moment. So it's truly crazy what's happening in the world. Truly, truly crazy. Again, all I ask is for those of you who have the sort of thought that if you have coronavirus, or anyone that has coronavirus, oh, you'll be fine, just relax. You know, the media's hyping it up. Just think about the people around you, and, you know, it's definitely important, man. I couldn't think of anything worse, knowing that I was the one that passed on to someone who passed on to someone who passed on to someone that passed away. This is more than just about you and yourself. So we'll see. I have no answers. I have no nothing. Is my dream of a professional over? No way. We just have to take it as it comes. That's all I can say, man. Videos may be on and off for the next sort of week until I get better, which I am, but we'll see. We'll see. I hope everyone stays safe, man. I've also seen some people ask questions on different YouTube videos about what to do when they're in lockdown. Just be practical, man. If you have a sort of 3x3 area, I mean, you can do some drills in there. Check out Matt Sheldon's program on that. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do just inside your home. If you have resistance bands, you can work on different things. If you literally can't do anything and your parents won't kick your ball, you have to find maybe 1 or 2 things that you can do. Push-ups, sit-ups, and you work on that. If you can't even do that, then hey, you know, take the 2 weeks off and then go at it again and take each day as it comes. But if you're in isolation, while you're in isolation, do what you can. That's all you can do. Nobody expects you to go out and do team trainings or games or park training sessions. You know, if you want to train and if you want to be better, do what you can. Nobody's forcing you, man. So we'll see what happens. So stay safe out there. Please look after not just yourself, but the people around you. Keep that in your mind, and all the best.